Hi you guys, I don't think I've made a YouTube video live from Chocolate Tree in Sedona, and we don't want, that guy might not want to be on it. So let's see, for the sake of their privacy, here, watch this. Isn't that clever? Okay, so we are live and I'm sitting here at Chocolate Tree with art supplies. I came here to meet Witsa Jean, who has been a follower, family member, as I call it. You guys are family, a family member for a really long time. And she's informed me that she has a YouTube channel, but she's not made videos. And she is here to inspire others. She has a Sagittarius midheaven, and she is, freedom's the name of the game. I just looked at her chart for many reasons. Freedom is the name of her game. And I want to introduce her so you guys can follow her and prompt her to make her videos. And I also want to say that I haven't met, I mean, seriously, every time I meet one of you guys, it's just a love fest. Remember the love fest I used to do? Here she is.
Are we live?
Can you pull your chair right here and sit next to me? Yeah, I just kind of said I came here. I never made a live from Chocolate Tree, and I said I came here to meet Witsa Jean, who's been following me for how long?
Since, what, 2011?
For real, since the beginning. And then the other day, a few months ago, I was sitting at Chocolate Tree, and she walked in, and she introduced herself, and I was like, oh my God, we've known each other for years.
Long time.
Yeah. So, I normally do nighttime with Dara, so don't worry about how many people or any. We just want to introduce the fact that you have a YouTube channel. I've discovered your Sagittarius midheaven. She's got Jupiter and the moon in the first house, highly intuitive, here to be a spiritual healer for many and to inspire others in the name of joy and freedom. Does that track?
Yes. Freedom.
Freedom. And do you want to tell a little bit about why you are, when I looked at her chart and I looked at her trifecta, her North Node in Sag in the 10th house of Capricorn, and her Sagittarius midheaven is sagacious and the sage and here to inspire. And so I was like, you're right on track. Like, all I'm doing right now is telling you that you are actually on track and just liberating you from any doubts that you're not on the right track. She is. So what were we saying?
Like, everything you said was resonating so much because, yeah, so should I say what I'm going through? So I'm a mother of three. Yeah. Okay, so I'm a mother of three. Had been working for, I've been working for the same company for 24 years.
I got it, I'll hold it.
And last summer, I decided to start a new life, and I sold everything that I owned back in Montreal, Canada, and I made my way to Mexico, where I was supposed to stay for a month, according to my plans, and then move to Tucson, Arizona. And I'm just in the flow right now, so I'm following the guidance, and the guidance told me to stay in Mexico. So I ended up staying in Mexico for 6 months before coming to Tucson with one of my children, so
right.
My 19-year-old. And now the flow is taking me somewhere else. I've decided to go back to Mexico, and my son is going back to Montreal to figure his life out, to figure what his passions are and everything. So I'm going to be alone for the very first time.
Which alone is your North Node. Like, if you think about it, Sagittarius is alone. Sagittarius is the willingness. Her North Node is asking her to leave home, because Gemini South Node is home and local and home. So she's following her North Node in Sag, which Sag is freedom. But it's really I picture the archetype of someone saying, honey, I gotta go. I'm in search of a higher truth. And you gotta be willing to go. And you're doing it. So it's all gonna work out because of that. And because I was like, oh my God, this is so appropriate for you not to stay home and be with your children. It sounds so weird. But her North Node is in the 10th house of Capricorn, which means that in this lifetime, because in many other lifetimes, she was in the arena, she was local because of Gemini, and in the arena of motherhood, in the arena of taking care and being the caretaker. And any more time doing that would be opposite of her soul's wish that she needs to balance out all that old karma, all the mom. So to hear as a mother, it's strange for someone to applaud you and say, yes, it's really the excellent thing to do, but for your soul's wish in this lifetime. And every child needs their mother to be happy. first and foremost.
Absolutely, that was one of my major lessons when my children were little, and there was a year that was really difficult for me, and I remember just feeling so down. And I was trying to hide it from my kids, and I didn't want them to see it. And then one day I looked at my daughter's face, and the expression on her face matched exactly just how bad I felt inside.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? This is it.
Yeah, we have to mirror. I mean, we have to mirror what we want them to see. We have to. That was when I've done those hard choices too, where I was like, I do not want to raise my child as a bitter or sad person. So I have to do what feels right to my soul, to my calling. So you're doing it. So sad means freedom and travel and willingness to leave home and search for a higher truth. That's her North Node. The 10th house is both ways you're providing. Cancer or the 4th house provides by home and nurturing and food and hospitality and emotions. The 10th house is providing by actually providing, I would say a sense of accomplishment, being like a breadwinner, being more patriarchal, less of the mom. And that combined with your Sagittarius midheaven is just, it's got to be freedom or bust. And join me if you want when it feels right to you, but I've got to do this for my soul. So I just say a big fat congratulations. So what can we look forward to on your videos when you make them tonight?
When I finally get started.
Yeah.
You know what's funny thing? I do have one video recorded, but it's not edited, and
I get that.
But yeah, get this little kick in the butt right now is going to make me edit.
Can you edit? So let's
quickly.
both edit tonight. Will you text me and tell me you're editing? Because I have to edit 3 videos. And
Do
sitting
you?
down and sitting still to do it that's why I really encourage you to make some live videos.
Yes.
Because it's easier and freer, but definitely do that video. So we have, what is the video of? What are you saying?
It's just the introduction, just letting people know who I am, what my journey is about, and where I'm going next, which we're all going to discover together, actually.
Yeah, we're going to follow you. We're going to follow you in your adventures in Mexico and doing tarot readings and doing mystical, magical things to help other people probably unleash and liberate them from the ties that bind.
Oh, here's something that in January of 2023...
I'm leaning in so we can both be in. We'll be so cute. Okay.
In January of 2023, I posted something on my Instagram. You know, there was a sound that said, my word for the year is, and my word was liberation. And I posted that in January. And
in which year? Last year?
Yeah, last year of 2023.
Liberation.
My word was liberation. So I ended up liberating myself from the job that I wasn't happy with. I liberated myself from living in a place that just brought my energy down. I liberated myself if you look at the years prior, from a relationship, I liberated.
You know what? You and I are sisters in that. Like free, no drama, no heavy baggage. Let's pick a doobie card. No, you are free, honey. I feel, so my new word and why we started drawing, and I love your drawing. Oh, I love that. I love what you drew, those colors. So liberation. Hey, Ruby Rose, you guys do thumbs up things so we get back on track here. But basically, and follow, what's your Instagram and what's your YouTube?
They're both Love Witsa. So many years ago, I decided that I was going to focus on love in everything that I do. So Love, L-O-V-E, Witsa is W-H-I-T-S-A.
And I just always shout out, Witsa Jean is here.
Jean!
I get so excited. So my latest thing is to create, liberate, or liberate, then create and elevate.
Ooh, I like
right? They all go together. Like they go together. Like, yeah.
And create is important to me as a performer. Like I told you, I was in the performing arts in my past, present, and perhaps future.
Maybe it might be coming.
There needs to be a creative outlet for me to express myself. So that's why YouTube will be.
Well, that is your work, actually, to inspire us. When we do our midheaven, and a Sag is very inspiring. Sagittarius is just inspiring. They're free, they're truth-telling, they're freedom-loving, they're sagacious about the world. And so we can watch you go be sagacious. And, pick a doobie card. Thank you,
Love
Ruby
these.
Rose.
They're so pretty. I do have one of your ebooks, right? The doobie.
Which one?
the
You do
doobie.
have the doobies do the holidays?
Yes.
That went off. I took that down for a while, but now it's back up again.
Okay, we have pumpkin and seed. I can't.
I'm going to
this
read it
is
for you.
Thank you.
The seeds get rid of parasites, and the pumpkin is actually good for our heart and our eyes. But the spiritual benefits are gratitude, generosity, harvest. Fifth house is creativity. You're clearly what you're supposed to do on the world stage. Remember I told you was fifth house, joy and creativity?
Yes.
So carve out some time, plant seeds, harvest, enjoy the whole process.
I love it.
Oh, one more.
I love it. Oh, there's one behind.
Ah, there you okay, so this is funny. She picked the Which Doobie You Be card. And so this is basically give yourself what you crave. Give yourself what you crave. And then the prompt for this card is I believe that we all have a doobie archetype, one that's like our main, or two. I have Daisy and Rosie. Daisy's about freedom. You'll find her. Daisy's all about freedom, where her excitement overcomes her fear. Excitement weighs heavier than her fear, so that allows her to go. You have to find Daisy and see her. Maybe you'll pick
Should
her.
I go
Who knows?
through it?
Yes. So the prompt
Or
with
should I
this card,
pick?
you can go through it. The prompt with this card is that you lay out all the cards on a table and then just see which one that feels like you. And then you could have one that feels like you for the day. Like, okay.
This one jumped out.
Okay, so this is okay, there's a lot of benefits of cedarwood oil, but like it helps acne, it helps arthritis, it's a diuretic, it's toxins. You picked Anna Banana earlier for sleep. So it regulates and it stimulates. The spiritual benefits or things to consider is if you're having any mistrust, any anger, to let it go. If you need refuge, cedarwood helps. So cedarwood oil, it's good for grounding, it's good for boundaries, and it's good for community. Cedarwood basically creates a sense of safety. So.
Awesome. All right, I want to find the daisy.
You should find the daisy. So
These cards are adorable. I can't wait for them to actually come out.
I know, me too. It's been like since I think June.
Oh, there she is.
You found Daisy.
Yes.
Daisy's cute, huh?
Oh my
So
gosh.
Daisy realized the endless possibilities. Her excitement, she's Sag. She's Sagittarius. The story of Daisy is that she basically had all her doobie universe. Let me just finish reading the card. So her excitement overcame her fear and off she went. She's off she goes.
Wow.
Travel, freedom, simplicity. So we're probably Daisy's your archetype, I think. So the story of Daisy is like Daisy's so friendly, but she was home and localized, like a Gemini South node. And she was kind of stuck at home, but at least she communicated with her other doobie friends around the world, whether it was the desert doobies or doobies in Russia and all different kinds of doobies. She had a pen pal, and a bird would take the message to someone, or she'd get her messages and receive messages back, but she was so frustrated because she really wanted to go out into the world, but she didn't know how. She'd ride on the back of a snail, it was too slow, and the bird didn't work out. One day, her friend, the cloud, he blew some wind her way, and before her was a leaf. And he said, hop on. And she was scared. But she hopped on and it started to move and she was startled. And then all of a sudden she realized this was how she was going to travel the world to see the whole doobie universe on her magic carpet leaf with her best friend Slug.
I love that.
So she also teaches kindness and compassion through understanding, love through understanding another, because the slugs kept bothering the daisies and they can really ruin the daisy patch. So there was like no slugs allowed. And one day she said, well, she went to one slug and she's like, why do you keep coming here if we don't want you? Like, what's the deal? And he said, we just love to be around your sweetness, excitement, and giggles. And she was like, oh. So she created a little area for the slugs to be near them, but they wouldn't poorly affect the daisy plants. So she, through kindness and understanding and wanting to understand what was going on, she made a best friend.
That is adorable. I love it.
Yeah, thank you.
Do they all have a story like
I
this?
have stories around all of them for the most part, but they're not in story form yet. Daisy is and Rosie is, But some of them need stories, like Almond and Almondina and all the...
Celery, grapes. I love them.
Aren't they just so... I think they're here to save the world.
The doobies are the best. How do you say which doobie you be?
Which doobie you be? Which doobie you be? You're Daisy.
I'm Daisy. Okay. Daisy.
I'm Rosie. We'll be Rosie and Daisy.
Rosie and Daisy.
So you guys,
Flowers.
we introduced Witsa Jean, who's been with us since 2011. We're talking OG.
Yes.
How delightful.
Raw food times. I was raw fooded for 3 years, and still high raw.
I'm still high raw, and I intend to, as it's warming up, be more raw.
Yeah.
It does make you feel so good,
Oh my
doesn't
God.
it?
It's the most elevated way of being.
It just is. So, yeah, why am I not doing it? I think it's time. This is our little... You could do it in
Okay.
Mexico. I can't wait to see your YouTube
Oh my
channel.
gosh,
When
yes.
I'll plug it below.
And you
okay?
have to come in Mexico.
I'll come. I'll
You
come.
have to come and have those delicious mangoes.
Oh yeah, I'll just eat mangoes. So there's a mango card in here. So we love you guys, and we'll see you soon, and we'll see you on Witsa's channel.
Yay!
What was it? It's Love Witsa.
Love Witsa.
And love.
Yes.
Bye guys.
Bye.
You did it. You did it.